If Superman were truth, justice, and the American way, Janey would be truth, justice, and the Christ-like way.
She just radiates compassion and love. She is someone who never meets a stranger, only future friends.
So Janey is my wife. We've been married for 38 years. We're going to celebrate 39 this January. She's my best friend and someone who has taught me more than anyone about what loving well looks like. After a year of being married, we took our first road trip. And we're driving through this beautiful scene and come around a corner, and all of a sudden, we're about the 30th car back from a major accident. And about the time I got stopped and kind of put the parking brake on, she was already out the door, running to attend to the situation. She was right in the heart of the team. First responders hadn't gotten there yet, and she was one of them. Janey finds a way to be Janey.
Janey is a trained nurse, and she started with medical teams in 2005. I was the director of disaster response, and so it was my team that would send her out as a nurse to respond to disasters worldwide.
It was the year of the Asian tsunami. We're at home and boom, all of a sudden on the news, we're watching continuous coverage of this amazing devastation. We're seeing these cut-ins of this volunteer group of doctors and nurses marshaling their resources out of the Pacific Northwest to launch, to be helpful. And we're watching and having the same thought, like, Janey, you could do this. You were built for this.
Janey's first trip with medical teams was in response to an earthquake that took place in El Salvador.
A few weeks after she got back, they invited her to consider going to Uganda, and she said yes. And that's where it all began.
Janey volunteered with medical teams in a variety of different ways, using her nursing skills. But she also served on a committee for Field of Dreams, a fundraising committee. She works with our mobile dental program as well to serve people right here in our own communities. And no matter who she encounters, they know they're not alone. She shares with you the hope that she has and the hope that together we can bring to those around the world.
Everywhere she goes in the field, it's not Nurse Janey, it's Mama Janey. She just has this radar for who might be lonely, who might need a friend. Those early trips were characterized by transits across enemy lines, essentially, into these displacement camps. When they arrived in these camps, hundreds of people were already lined up. And the range of conditions they dealt with were everything from infections and dysentery to trauma, to wounds and things like that. The hardest, of course, were the babies and the children. She left a piece of her heart in Uganda that will only reside there.
In a time when people are broken and hurting, Janey is someone who says, let's do something about this. Let's put faith into action. Let's put love into action. We all have the opportunity to change our world. And following Janey's example, we can have a much better world than we do now.